Why on earth would you have hurt those people? Why did you kill those people?
I hate those male... God.
I'd take this book and beat you to death with it, and I wouldn't feel a thing.
Think you'd murder me, Joe?
Yes.
That's gruesome, Joe.
Yes, it is.
And you don't blame me if I say I hope you never get out of this place.
I hope I never do either.
Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
Imagine yourself sitting there, listening to the confessions of criminals who committed horrific acts. But some of their confessions are even stranger than the crimes themselves. How do they justify what they did? In this video, we reveal the most bizarre and shocking confessions from history's most notorious serial killers. Get ready, because what you are about to see and hear will make you rethink many things. Arthur Shawcross was an American serial killer known as the Genesee River Killer. His criminal path began in 1972 when he murdered 2 children. He was imprisoned but released after only 14 years. Between 1988 and 1989, he killed 11 women in New York, most of whom were homeless. He was caught in 1990 and sentenced to life. When asked how he committed his crimes, his answer was chilling.
Do you remember killing her?
Yeah, possibly. We're not going into details here.
No, but how did you kill her?
Probably strangulation.
How do you know when they're dead?
How? I don't know, just do. More or less after they just relax. The body relaxes, doesn't fight no more. It only takes about 4 minutes, probably.
4 minutes?
Sometimes less than that.
Aileen Wuornos was an American serial killer who murdered 7 men in a single year. She claimed they tried to assault her while she was working as a prostitute, targeting her clients. She was captured in 1991 and sentenced to death. This was one of her last interviews before her execution.
Nonetheless, you killed 7 men.
Yes, you did.
And I'm asking you, what got you to kill the 7 men?
And I'm telling you, because the cops let me keep killing them, Nick. Don't you get it? I never hated men, but now I do. I mean, not all. I have a category. I hate those male... God. I hate those male cops. Real bad. The judges, the lawyers, they're all male.
Do you want to die? You want to...
Oh, man, if I was to leave this planet, it wouldn't be no big deal to me.
Joseph Callinger is perhaps the most disturbed among them. One look at him and you'd know he was mentally ill. Joseph became a serial killer alongside his son, Michael. In 1974 and 1975, they killed 3 people, one of whom was a family member. Joseph suffered from severe hallucinations and believed he had a divine mission. He was caught in 1975 and sentenced to life. This might be the strangest interview you'll ever watch.
With a good ear, you try to help people.
Yes.
When you're not trying to murder them.
Yes.
When Callinger's reign of terror ended, 3 were dead, including his 14-year-old son.
You murdered your own son?
Yes, I did.
Why did you do that?
He was a sacrifice. I was to murder 3 million people on planet Earth. And he was a sacrifice to see if I could murder one of my own. At the end of murdering all the people on Earth, I was going to murder my own family and then take my own life and become God.
What do you think of the death penalty?
I'm opposed to it.
The state has no right to take your life, but you can murder other people?
I don't think anyone has a right to take a life.
Except you?
When I'm under hallucination, I do.
These voices from God, these hallucinations, do you still experience them?
Yes, I do.
Often?
Often.
Do you ever feel violent?
Yes, I do.
What do you feel like doing?
Killing people.
You still feel like killing people?
Yes.
Describe the feeling that you get when you feel like killing people.
Well, last March 11th, I was hallucinating, and I took a razor blade and I cut a man's throat.
Here in the hospital?
Here in the hospital.
Do you think you'd murder me, Joe?
Yes.
That's gruesome, Joe. That's horrible.
Yes, it is.
And you don't blame me if I say I hope you never get out of this place.
I hope I never do either.
Richard Ramirez, known as the Night Stalker, terrorized California between 1984 and 1985. He committed around 14 murders, though he claimed it was many more, involving extreme brutality and torture. He followed satanic rituals and made sure to leave satanic symbols at his crime scenes. He was caught in 1985 after a group of citizens recognized and chased him down in the street. He was sentenced to death in 1989.
He took a woman in her 60s and stomped her to death with his foot, leaving an imprint of a shoe on the side of her face.
I think most humans have in them the capacity to commit murder. They choose not to, not because they are morally superior, as they so commonly claim, but because they are imprisoned in a web of responsibilities, commitments, beliefs, and sentiments.
Why on earth would you have hurt those people? Why did you kill those people?
No comments. No comments. I cannot answer that at this time. As far as Satan is concerned, I believe in a malevolent being. His description eludes me, but I have felt powers that are evil. Don't care about myself, really. I don't care about what happens to me. I never did, really.
Charles Manson was a cult leader in the 1960s who founded the Manson family. With his powerful charisma, he convinced his followers to commit horrific murders, most notably the killing of a famous pregnant actress and 6 others in 1969. His goal was to ignite a racial war called Helter Skelter, named after a song by a band he loved, the Beatles. He was caught in 1970. These were his responses to the charges.
Remorse for what? You people have done everything in the world to me. Doesn't that give me equal right? I can do anything I want to you people at any time I want to, because that's what you've done to me. If you spit in my face and smack me in the mouth and throw me in solitary confinement for nothing, what do you think's going to happen when I get out of here? I wouldn't do anything that I felt guilty about.
You don't feel guilty at all?
There's no need to feel guilty. I haven't done anything I'm ashamed of. Maybe I haven't done enough. I might be ashamed of that, for not doing enough. Maybe I should have killed 400 or 500 people, then I would have felt better. Then when I felt like I really offered society something. If I wanted to kill somebody, I'd take this book and beat you to death with it, and I wouldn't feel a thing. Do you feel blame? Are you mad? Do you feel like wolves kebab right friends? Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
What do you think it is about you that makes people want to be a part of whatever it is you're a part of?
I'm brand new. Everything I do is always brand new.
People look at you today, 20 years later, and they still have no idea what you're about. Tell me in a sentence who you are.
Nobody.
Jeffrey Dahmer, known for cannibalism, committed his crimes between 1978 and 1991, killing about 17 men. He practiced horrifying acts, including preserving bodies and eating parts of them. He was caught in 1991 after one of his victims managed to escape. He was sentenced to life in prison.
I started reading pornography, going to the bookstores. Eventually that led to frequenting the gay bars. One time I brought this young man back to the hotel room, the Ambassador Hotel. I had no intention of hurting him. When I woke up in the morning, he had a broken rib here. Was heavily bruised. Apparently I had beaten him to death with my fists.
Why did you photograph them?
It was my way of remembering their appearance, their physical beauty. If I couldn't keep them there with me whole, at least I felt that I could keep their skeletons. I was branching out. That's when the cannibalism started, eating of the heart. And it was a way of making me feel that they were a part of me. Bedroom closet, and it was a locked metal box. My dad one week came to visit and happened to see it, and he was wondering what was in it. He didn't know. Nobody knew. It contained the mummified head and genitals of a young man I met.
If you were out on the street now, would you still be committing the crimes?
Probably. If this hadn't happened, there's no doubt I probably would be. I can't think of anything that would have stopped me.
Ted Bundy is one of the most famous criminals in history. He targeted young women between 1974 and 1978. He used his looks and intelligence to deceive his victims, often faking an injury or asking for help before brutally attacking them. He confessed to 30 murders, but the real number is believed to be much higher. He escaped from prison twice. After his final capture, he was sentenced to death and executed by the electric chair in 1989. His final interview was short, but he said something dangerous.
I've met a lot of men who were motivated to commit violence just like me. And without exception, every one of them was deeply involved in pornography without question, without exception, deeply influenced and consumed by an addiction to pornography. There's no question about it. The FBI's own study on serial homicide shows that the most common interest among serial killers is pornography.
That's true.
And it's real. It's true.
What do you think about what he said about pornography?
Pornography? I've been looking at it all my life and it hasn't affected me anything.
No matter how strange or shocking these confessions are, we must remember they are criminals who lost their way, and there is no excuse for what they did. We don't mention their stories to sympathize with them, but to learn. Evil exists, and sometimes it comes with faces we don't expect. Our role is to stay aware, stay away from the darkness, and never follow the path of the devil. May God protect us all. If you liked this video, please support us with a like and subscribe.